All experience is organized according to the categories of our thoughts. Immanuel Kant. What is thought? Identity. Cogito ergo sum. I think, therefore I am. You are the consciousness that gives form to thought. According to the book Wholeness and the Implicate Order by David Bohm, it says thought is, in essence, the active response of memory in every phase of life. We include in thought the intellectual, emotional, sensuous, muscular, and physical responses of memory. All these are one process of response of memory to each actual situation, which response in turn leads to a further contribution to memory, thus conditioning the next thought. The word quantum means amount from Latin, the language belonging to the Italic branch of the Indo-European languages. Latin was originally spoken by the Latins in Latium, the lower Tiber area around Rome, Italy. Albert Einstein published his first research paper on the quantum theory in 1905. Einstein suggested that light exists as a quantum, a discrete bundle of energy that we now call a photon. And light has been proved by scientists through the double slit experiment to possess a dual nature, acting as both a wave and a particle. You can watch the wave particle duality demonstrations on YouTube. There are many videos which depict this phenomenon visually for you to be able to understand it much more in depthly, and then you can come back to this point and watch the video again or just go through it if you already do know it. Now, one peculiar occurrence about the double slit experiment is that the conscious observation by an entity, an observer, affects the nature of light's wave particle duality. When light is not observed, it behaves as a wave exhibiting interference patterns. However, when the light is observed, it behaves as a particle and the interference pattern disappears. The phenomenon is often referred to as the observer effect. In quantum mechanics, where the act of observation alters the behavior of the system being observed, the act of observation collapses the space-time continuum into a specific form. Quantum collapse is a process of choosing and recognizing by a conscious observer. In a double slit experiment, a single photon can interact with both slits, leading to interference patterns on the screen. This interaction doesn't involve direct collisions, but rather a probabilistic nature, where the photon's energy can be borrowed by an electron at the slit, causing it to emit a new photon with the original's energy and phase. The electron's interaction with the slit modifies its wave function, allowing it to propagate through both slits simultaneously, resulting in an interference pattern. A novel way of looking at the paradox of wave-particle duality was described by Niels Bohr. The wave and the particle natures of the electron are not dualistic, not simply opposite polarities, said Bohr. They are complementary properties revealed to us in complementary experiments. When we take a diffraction picture of an electron, we are revealing its wave nature. When we are tracking it in a cloud chamber, we are seeing its particle nature. Electrons are neither waves nor particles. We might call them wavicles, for their true nature transcends both descriptions. This is the complementarity principle. So, is thought a form or potential? Does thought also, as light, possess a particle wave duality? Form or potential? Form in terms of being acted upon and manifested into physical experiential reality once you consciously become aware of that paradigm. Potential in terms of witnessing thought, being aware of its possibility, but exercising free will on the choice of not being subject towards the condition of that thought. According to the book The Self-Aware Universe by Amit Goswami, PhD, with Richard E. Reed and Maggie Goswami, it says the self, the I, is not a thing but a relationship between conscious experience and the immediate physical environment. In a conscious experience, the world appears to be divided into subject and object. Upon reflection in the mirror of memory, this division produces the dominant experience of the ego. The ego is the image we construct of the apparent experiencer of our everyday actions, thoughts, and feelings. Our self is not the ego. The ego is only an operational temporary identity of the self. Changes continually occur in our psyche as we accumulate experiences, but ordinarily, these are low-level changes. They do not transform us. What we do in inner creativity is to direct the force of creativity specifically to the self-identity thought. Usually, creativity is directed to changing the external world, but when we creatively transform our own identity, that is our own thoughts, our own perspectives, it is called inner creativity. In outer creativity, quantum jumps enable us to view an external problem in a new context. In inner creativity, the quantum jump allows us to break from established patterns of behavior, which together makes up what is known as character, that have evolved through acts of growing up to adulthood. According to the book Quantum Psychology by Robert Anton Wilson, it says quantum mechanics says an electron has a different essence every time we measure it. Neuroscience reveals similarly that the Mary we meet on Tuesday may have a different self than the Mary we met on Monday. That is, that Mary may be acting on a different paradigm, a different thought process, a different identity. Like electrons, we jump from one information system to another, and only those who have not looked closely believe that one essence remains constant through all transformations. If we have a variety of potential selves rather than the one block-like essential self of Aristotelian philosophy, and if each self acts as an observer who creates a reality tunnel, that is a specific or unique perception of experience which appears as a whole universe, then each time an internal or external trigger causes us to quantum jump from one self to another, the whole world around us appears to change also. This explains why Mary may say and honestly believe everybody believes me one day, and then say and honestly believe everybody likes me and helps me and on another day. Why John may feel everybody is a bastard 1 hour, and I feel sorry for everybody. They are all suffering the next hour. Every person lives in different unwealth, that is emic reality, meaning behavioral viewpoints as from inside the system, your unique experience of mind, identity itself. But every self within a person also lives in a different reality tunnel. The world is living, being, spirit, all Vedant, grinning, all creativity. This world manifests itself in every creature. Hildegard of Bingen. We are the miracle of force and matter making itself over into imagination and will. The life force experimenting with forms. You for one, me for another. The universe has shouted itself alive. We are one of the shouts. Ray Bradbury. A person is a fluid process, not a fixed and static entity. A continually changing constellation of potentialities, not a fixed quantity of traits. Carl Rogers. Time is the substance I am made of. Time is a river which sweeps me along, but I am the river. It is a tiger which destroys me, but I am the tiger. It is a fire which consumes me, but I am the fire. George Louis Borges. Finally, I end this video log session with a poem by Rabindranath Tagore. Melody seeks to fetter herself in rhythm, while the rhythm flows back to melody. Idea seeks its body in form. Form its freedom in the idea. The infinite seeks the touch of the finite. The finite is released in the infinite. What drama is this between creation and destruction? This ceaseless to and fro between idea and form. Bondage is striving after freedom, and freedom seeking rest in bondage. Is that a food for thought? Ponder about this. Marvel.